Hi, I'm Tracy Makarenko, and I'm offering a free reading for the month of November. This month I'm using the Osho Zen Tarot cards. That's what the front of the case looks like. So for anyone who's joining me for this month, a general reading is taken from the energy of the month of November. So generally there is a energy that is connected to everybody, and we're all working on similar things, although not exact, of course. And the cards will just read kind of what that is and help you along with your month, so you can get some direction. I'll be using 3 cards, and if I feel I need another card, I will pull a 4th. The same thing that I do with my personalized readings. So one card's already flipped out, so I'll pull that. And here is the next 2. Now I really love this deck. It's very colorful. So, first card is the Creator, and that's what it looks like. Now the first thing I notice in this card is the ball of light, and that represents the sun, the energy. It also is a part of the solar plexus and has to do with fear and anxiety. You can see on his face there's a lot of determination. Now, I didn't think I'd be talking about this today, but there is a lot of fear and anxiety around this whole Mayan calendar. And October 28th is meant to be the last day of the calendar, and after that we start with a higher consciousness. So the spiritual experts say, and I believe that as well. I don't believe there's an ending of the world. I believe there's just a rebirth in what our world looks like. And it's not talking about moving into another life. It's talking about becoming more aware of ourselves in this life, the life we're living right now. A lot of people have a lot of fear around this transformation, and I believe a lot of that has to do with the fact that there is going to be changes happening, but most of them are going to be internal changes that are happening. We are not going to want to live the same life we've lived in the past. We're going to want it to have more meaning. And a lot of people get uncomfortable with that, and they assume that there's going to be some type of physical change, and that's what's causing their fear, something external rather than something internal. So this is definitely an internal transformation that's happening. And if you look closely to him, you can see how his aura is just glowing. So this transformation has been quite beautiful for him. And the determination on his face could also represent like a coming to pass, an understanding. There's again. So when you look at this with fresh eyes, and you've let go of the fear and the anxiety, you can see how beautiful this card is, and it's not something to fear, it's something to hold on to and move forward into. So the next card is Past Lives. And this so represents birth. You can see the shape of like an hourglass, or of the womb from opening up from one area to the other. You can see people again. They look like they've had hardships, difficulties. And we're kind of leaving those things behind, and we're moving into this new world where we're going to find our happiness and our peace of mind, and truly understand why we're on this earth and what we're here to do. And we're going to gain an understanding for all humankind, our neighbors and our family members, and we're going to gain that understanding of that we're all here to do a certain little piece. And it's going to be more about giving back each other's power, and allowing people to do what they need to do. My husband and I separated for a while, and the separation came because the two of us had become almost like one. And during the time we were apart, we really had to give back the power of each other so that we could find out what we wanted in our life. I had so much turned my life into what he needed in his life, and I became a part of fulfilling his needs rather than filling my own needs. And in giving back him his power so that he could do what he needed to do, I gained my own power, and I was allowed to find my true path, which is a hands-on healer and card reader and intuitive, and just in the healing arts. And I'm very thankful for that, because if that had never happened, I would never have found myself on this journey that I'm on now, which feels true to me. It feels, well, it's exactly where I'm supposed to be. And everything before it was a lie. It was necessary for me to find this place, but it wasn't me. So a lot of this change that's coming up is going to be difficult for some, because they've never really lived their truth and they don't know where they're moving forward into. So when things are changing, there's a lot of difficulty in that transition from what you are to where you're meant to go, who you're meant to become. But you can do this easily if you release the fear. And one of the exercises I teach in my Learn the Basics class and the Heal the Healer class is you take a piece of paper and you write on there what your fear is. So you don't write I am, but you write the fear. So of moving forward into a new job. Say that's the fear. So then you would transform that into I love, you write in the word love, moving forward into a new job. And you'll actually feel a change happen in your person, where it's like you can breathe more, and you feel more open, and that fear actually dissipates. And it's such an easy exercise, but it can be really, really huge for some people when they're trying to work through a fear. You know, a lot of people feel they don't have enough money. Well, we all have enough money. We just have to believe we have enough money. So you can use this exercise and write down, I don't have enough money. And you can transform that into, I cross out the don't, have enough money. and you transform that into something that can absorb into your cellular memory, so you can start changing that belief system into something more positive. And it's about giving yourself more of what you need and allowing yourself to expand in ways you've never allowed yourself to in the past. So the third card is stress. It's quite comical, this card. So the thing that pops out for me are the lit candles in this card. And so it's really about celebrating. This isn't about the stress. This isn't about trying to stand on the ball, worrying about the monkey popping this balloon, trying to keep, everything going around you. This is about celebrating those little successes that you have. So the fact that he's able to walk on a ball should be celebrated. The fact that he knows how to play a trumpet should be celebrated. All these little things need to be celebrated. So in your life, as you move through these little sections of fear and move into who you truly are and away from the person you have been, celebrate them. Big, little, just celebrate them. Feel gratitude, feel grateful, feel love for these changes that you're making, and know, even when they're difficult changes, that they're the right changes, and that on the other side of that change, something beautiful is waiting for you. It always is. When you make decisions from your heart and not from fear, there's always something beautiful on the other side waiting for you. And we can only guess at what that is, and typically it never is what we expect. I know in my life that has been the case time and time again. But I've learned that working through those fears faster has given me results that much faster. So dragging your feet just leaves you in that fear. And truthfully, the other side of fear is nothing. Because fear doesn't really exist except inside of you. So when you can get rid of that, there's nothing blocking you from moving forward into whatever you want. So that is my reading for the month of November. I also do a monthly newsletter, and if you'd like to subscribe to that, you can find me at www.healingpossibilities.com. Have a great month.